Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you happen to be located on this majestic planet called Earth, I hope you are having a thought-provoking day, evening, or night, wherever you happen to be located on my 3D modeling channel based on a software called Blender. Today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're getting ready to take a tremendous, I better say it again, we're ready to take a tremendous step with our Blender's skill. Tremendous step. Today, we will be animating our created mesh to create a walk cycle. When you or I enter the world of a walk cycle, because I must say enter, because I entered the world of walks using the walk cycle several days ago. I am not a bona fide Blender so-called experts like you. I'm still learning how to manipulate the Blender application. The good thing about us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're watching this YouTube video, we are no longer Blender infants. We are not infants. Now, we may be at the adolescent stage. Infants in Blender, they stumble with modeling. As you can see on my little design, I'm not no modeling expert, but I do know how to model something. I can model something because usually, and you know I'm telling the truth, I watch walk cycles in Blender. Usually when somebody making a walk cycle, they use Harold the Cube. They just transform Harold the Cube into a humanoid shape. But Harold the Cube, the shape still look blocky. If you look at my mesh, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. But if you look at my mesh, it does look more like a humanoid compared to that cube people be using all the time. I got fingers on my, they may not be to scale, but it's fingers. They got an arm and a head, not just a gray block. And I got tired of looking at that gray stuff all the time, so I use mech caps to give my character a little life, a little pizzazz. So, we're going to dive right in. Now, there are many ways to pose a figure, or there are many applications in Blender that can use pose. You can use the straight up NLA line. I'm sorry. You can use it the straight up timeline method. But hey, with that method, you can't save nothing. If you erase something, you got to start from scratch again. So you can use the timeline straight up. You can use the timeline to do the poses. But you can use the NLA editor, which is a step up. Because the NLA editor, it give you visual strips. That's another Blender sub software you can use for saving your particular figure poses. Today, I'm going to use the NLA editor. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sorry, not the NLA. I'm going to be using the pose library right here where my mouse is. And to use the pose, when you're going to pose your figure, make a walk cycle, you see up here where my arrow is pointing, you have to be in pose mode. And I'm in pose mode, and my NLA editor is right here where my arrow is pointing at. You'll see it. It's called pose library. That's it. So, pose mode to pose to create the walk cycle, and coming over here to the right where my mouse at, pose library where my arrow is. Let me get rid of my little marks. Alright, so now for me, when I see all them other little videos about posing in Blender, they just give you one stupid view. They don't give you much. You see, for me, good ladies and gentlemen, I am presenting a pose diagram. You see right here where my little figure at, my little cartoon figure, where my arrow point at, I've given you, you should look up a pose diagram. Like I do. Nobody ever told me that. I look at the poses on YouTube, but I said, let me incorporate this pose diagram into Blender. Now, also I learned this too. Now I'm just going to be making a basic pose. That's it. Basic. I'm also going to make a basic walk cycle. Basic. If you want to master a walk cycle, I even had the idea how to do that. For the last several days on YouTube, I typed in the YouTube search bar, models, swimsuit. Or you can type in female models, swimsuit. Since they just have swimsuit on, they don't got no clothes hanging all over their body, you can easily see how the body move when the female figure walk. I even took it a step further yesterday. I went to YouTube. I typed in male. Walk cycle. I typed in male swimsuit models. So and it popped right up. YouTube let me see those men in their particular walk cycle. So I got two things to my arsenal that can help you out, Blender family, with the walk cycle. Look at models walking with a swimsuit on. That way it's a lot going on. Not just the arm and legs moving. When I was watching the women, especially women of color, because they got bigger hips, I saw the hips moving. I saw the shoulder movements. They go down a little bit when they walking. But I'm saying, so if you want to master walk cycle, look at models walking. So let's jump right in. I'm gonna go back to the tilde and get my thing working the way I want. Okay, I just can rotate it out. So I got this figure on my right side. Oops. On my right side, right here, that I'm working with. Yeah, I gotta turn it around some more. I want him to be in the same direction as you see my figure is in this walk cycle. So it can't be no mistakes. I don't be guessing and straining hard. The same, the figure on my left, where I had this check mark at, is in the same basic direction as this visual walk cycle is. So now I'm ready to start. And the thing, before I go to the pose library, the thing I love about the pose library, it's so nice and neat. If I use the NLA editor, I have to open up an action menu or an action window and then the NL editor window. Those two additional windows I have to open up. If I use the timeline, I gotta I have to make adjustments so I can see my timeline easy. With the pose, with this pose library, is already in the application. I just click on this pose library. I don't have to open up no fancy windows or nothing. I love that. I love it. Now what I gotta see later on, can I copy poses to other figures to see if I can make like a large zombie like screen when people running from a zombie or something. But that's an issue for another day. Let's just take baby steps and learn how to make a walk cycle for one figure. So we're gonna take baby steps. We ain't gonna do a lot of hard work. Just do baby steps. All right, so let me get we're gonna be working on step number 1 right here. And this is the reason why I love to have this graphic in here. Instead of stumbling and bumbling and getting confused, I can label. That's one thing I like about this pose library. If I go to the timeline, I can't give it a word. It just them little dots. The action editor. I can name my action. So that's a good step right there. I can name every action. So I can't get pinned about the action editor. But for the timeline, you can't name anything. Alright, so I'm going to call this pose 1. So now, I just come over here to my figure. Here's my hand. Now I'm going to tell you right here, I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro yet. I'm like you. I'm a learner. I'm learning like you. So my armature may not be perfect yet. I'm still learning this stuff. Let me turn it around some more. Grab it in some more. Okay, that's good. See? Oh, I got tilted up a little bit more. Bring it up some. That looks wonderful. Can I bring it in? Oh, I know how to bring it in some more. I'm going to go to my bone constraints. Rotate this around some. Let me see. It was a lot easier earlier when I was doing this stuff. And bring this in some more. Okay, that looks good right there. Right there. So I'm working on that particular side. Now I'm going to grab his leg. I grab that bone. Grab it. Make a little. Or I got to make it a little extension like that. A slight extension. Just like that. Then I can grab this up. I want to put a little bit more bending to it like that. I'm going to grab this foot right here and just bring it out. Like that. I did that arm, so I just swing him around again. I forgot. So I grab my box and I can work on the other arm right here. Grab it. Let's bring it back. Let's see if it's coming back. Let me turn it around some more. I gotta bring the box in like that. And that arm is more geared to it's going back towards his back. Zoom in. Let me grab it. Okay, it looks just like that. Now here's the magic. Click back on my in the pose library. I can call it walk cycle. Walk cycle. Now here come the magic. When you're in a pose library, when you got your pose, you have to hit the A key. You have to hit. I have to hit the A key to select all my bones. Once I've done that, and I want to click on this shield right here. Okay, why nothing happened? Oh, because it's in object mode. Sorry about that. Go back to, see, we live and learn. I hit my A key. Then I hit the little plus. I'm just going to say add new. And there we go. I hit number 1. And to test it out, to see if it's really working, I'm going to hit these keys right here. I'm going to hit T. To see if it's truly working, I'm going to hit touch. I'm going to hit, let me get my little writing pad so I can write a little bit better on here. I'm going to see if it's really working. So I'm going to hit my, I'm going to hit the Alt G key. Alt G. And I'm going to hit Alt R. That should put him right back into his initial state. Alt G. There we go. I can hit R for the good order. Now to see if my pose caught on, I'm gonna click. I'm back in my pose library menu. you see a little box with like a little hourglass. It's called apply pose library pose. So it worked. The pose has been applied. That's what I like about the pose library. I can go back and see if the pose really worked. Alright, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to click on in and see if I can erase some of this stuff. I forgot how to erase this stuff in Notepad. I'm just used to erasing it all. I'll worry about that later. I'll just get rid of everything. So I put my 1 back here. That's number 1. And I called it right in the pose library. I called it number 1. Now I'm ready for pose 2. I'm ready for pose 2. Right there. I can close this window, hit N. I can click on my select box. Unhighlight it, hit A. Or just click anywhere. Then I'm ready for pose 2. I click on my bone, and I'm using custom bones, but it will work. You can also just use your regular armature bones. I just know about custom bones. If you want to learn about more custom bones, I have an acute video on custom bones. So you don't have to have custom bones. I just like it because I feel like I can easily select things. So I'm on pose 2. This is like the second pose. This one is bent some. I bring it right here. It's bent. And the second pose, I just bring it down a notch to make it look so more natural looking like that. Then I grab my hand. I'm going to leave my hands. Well, I'm just going to move it a little bit to add some variety into it. Because you know, in real life, your hand's still not stuck in that same spot. I just move it a tad bit. I come to this other hand, to this other arm. I just move it a tad bit. See, my armature is not perfect. I got to work on protecting my armature because this arm is out a little bit. For this, I'm just going to drag it out a little like that. And I'll bring it back a little bit more. I add a little more swing to it. I come over here. I'm back in my pose library. I'm going to click on the plus sign. I just say add new because I'm not making no adjustments. I'll call that pose 2. There we go. And I said I like to try it out. I like to put it back into its initial position. Alt, select all your bones. Oops. Let me select all my bones. Let me get rid of this number 2 because I made a mistake. Because when you do this, you always got to hit that A and have all your bones selected. Now I can hit the plus sign. Add new. I can call it number 2. There we go. I'm going to come back to my armature. I'm going to hit select it all. Hit Alt R. But I don't know. I don't feel like, because if I put in Alt R, I probably have to keep making a lot more adjustments. I don't feel like making a lot of adjustments. I just got to take it or I can go to pose 1. Hit the little hourglass. See? Go to pose 2. Hit the hourglass. So it's working. I don't have to hit Alt R and Alt G. Alright, so we're done with the second pose. Like I said, I like the way I'm doing it. So when you make your pose, when you start making your walk cycle, it's good to have a mesh containing that walk because it'll speed it up immensely. Click back on this. Okay. Now I come back to this leg. I just bring it up. Make it bend a little bit like that. That looks like a very realistic bend. I come back to this leg. Just make it straight. Bring it back a little bit like that. It's straight now. I go to my arm. Grab this arm. Just drag it back some. How much is going? It's near the hips. I grab this arm. And it like that arm is sort of straight. Because I can't see it. So I bring it down some right there. Select it all. Click on your plus. Choose add. Call it number 3. See, we're moving right on quickly. Like I said, you can always go back and check it. I'm gonna go to pose 2. Hit the magnifying glass. Apply pose. It worked. Click on number 3. Click back on that little hourglass symbol, and it's moving. See, we're gonna be done with this fast. We're gonna be done quick. Now I'll come back over here. Choose my annotate selector. We're on number 4 now. Did I click that? Yeah, it's on number 4. This is how I make my 4. Oh, that's an ugly looking 4. I better make it like this. Zap, zap, zap. Alright, so on number 4. Number 4. Okay, this leg right here. I gotta put it back on. Select box. This leg right here is way up. Way up. Oh, see? That's the flaw. It may be on a gimbal lock. Did you see how my leg is bending like that? Like I said, I just now recently became real good with armature, so I gotta perfect my skill with armatures even more. But I believe there's something called gimbal lock when they get twisted in an unwieldy position. Alright, so it looked like that. Take this foot and bring it all the way back like that. My hand for number 4 is to his side. It looks like it's to his side. I can just nudge it down a little bit. Just a little bit to that side. Click on this box. This one is going up to his side. Let me see. It's like it's right there. Can I drag it in some? Okay, good. I can drag it in some to bring it closer to his body. That's where it's at. So that's number 4. Hit A. The most important thing, you have to select all your armature. Hit the letter A. Let me get that. I better put it right here. A. That's the most important thing. And I'm going to leave the A right there. Press A. Press A to select bones. I can't put the word armature here because you see I don't have a lot of space. Hit that A to select all your bones. And that's a little note for me too, so I don't forget. Alright. I'm done with that. Go back to the select box. I just hit this, the plus sign. Apply new. This is number 4. See, that's why I like the pose I brought. Look, you can see it look nice and neat. Not a bunch of windows everywhere. Alright, so let me go up. Let me see how number 3 look. Hit the little apply pose. There's number 3. Hit it out. And there's number 4. So we're working. We're moving. We're going to be done quickly. Let me click on my this. This is number 5. Number 5. And the thing I like about it, see, the moves basically flow into each other. That's why I'm not putting them back into its initial form. When your person walking, it's like a flow. His leg just come down. And see, and it's not as hard as I thought it would be. The only thing that's hard, I gotta learn how to perfect my armature so the movement's gimbal lock not affecting it. That's it. But the walk cycle is like a flow. That's why you need to some things I did wrong too. I'm on number 5. Okay, number 5. I gotta start bringing his body down because of that head. That head. See, I haven't been doing that much. I can go back, but from this point on, I'm gonna be working on that head too. Number 5. I got one leg. This leg right here has a bend in it. Grab. Let me see. And I'm using my little box that I have selected. That's an IK box. So when you're doing your pose, it may make it easier to work with it in inverse kinematic mode. That's why the legs are moving so easily, because they're in inverse kinematic mode. Let me see. He's just touching the ground lightly. Like that. I grab this arm. I'm coming up to this arm. Where is it at? Oh, it goes all the way back like this. I'm gonna add a little swing to it to make it look more believable. Then his other arm is just coming up there almost to his face. Or coming to his midsection. Yeah, almost to his face. I'll bring it all the way up here. Now this is an exaggerated walk. I know that right now. I better take it up slowly. Okay. Can I bring it out? I don't like that. Okay, yeah, that's a good pose right there. But it still got that little gimbal lock thing in there. Then I gotta take his. I wanna grab his hip area and just drop him a little edge. I'm gonna hit G Z. Let's drop him a little bit. See? Let's drop him down just a little. A little drop. I didn't do that for the other ones, but it don't matter. I can hit the plus, add new, give it the number 5. There we go, 5. Now we come back to the other one over here. Let me select by the annotate tool. Now we're on number 6. And like I said, all the moves basically flow into each other. I just bring this back. It has more of a little bit more of an angle to it. I just do that. His other foot is going a little bit more into the air. Let me see how it looks. It looks sort of weird looking. I gotta drag it in. See, that's why it's good to have these two views like this. Side view and front view. So, errors, no massive error take place. And that way you see I'm not spinning around a whole lot. Two views, I don't have to spin it massively as if it was just one view. Okay, did I do his arms? Yes, his arms. What about his stance? I grab his chest. For number 6, he go even lower. He's dropping even lower for number 6. Grab Z. I drop him down even a little bit more. Alright. So I hit the plus. Add. This is pose 6. Remember, his pose might not be perfect. I'm sorry. His walk cycle may not be perfect because I'm just a beginner like you. That's what I love about making my videos. You see, I'm a beginner and I'm just excited to share what I've learned with the 3D community. Whether it's Maya, Blender, I'm just happy to share what I've learned. So I called that 6. So now we're on number 7. Put my 7 right here. Pose 7. We only got 2 more to do. When you're almost done, put it back on select box. Oh, pose 7. He's almost like he's standing. Bring this down all the way down. I try to take this leg. I'm gonna bring it down like that. Yes, and I bring it in some too, like that. I take my arms to number 7. Look, his arms coming straight towards his body. Can I bring it in some more? Can I drag this in? I want to get it close to his body. Up, see? I like that. I leave like that. Number 7. I just drag this down some more. Oh, okay. That's look presentable. Yeah, that's 7. And his other arm, that's coming down too. But I can't see it on the other side of his body, so I just have to make a guess. Make a little guess. And I want to just drag it out a little bit. Oh, good. It's coming out a little bit. Let me zoom in some more to see how number 7 look. I don't want both of them to be dangling in front of each other. Like both the arms, I want to bring this back some. Just a little. like right here. Alright, that's good. That's pose 7. If I click on the little plus sign, let me get rid of this. That's number 6. Click on the plus side, add new, call it 7. That's it. I'm gonna go to 6 here. How 6 is working? Click on the little hourglass. What's going on? Oh, I got to select all my bones. Oh, I better select them all again. I gotta erase 7 because I didn't select all my bones. Let me come back down. All my bones selected. Now that's the only thing you gotta keep doing. You gotta keep remember to hit that A key and select all your bones, because you can go be so much in a moment that you forget that you didn't select all the bones. That's the only little knock about the pose library. It has to be a pose. All right, let's see. Select all my bones. Well, I guess I don't have to. Let me see how 6 look. How 5 look. Let me see how 7 look. Okay, it moved. 6. Okay, I better check out 6 again because they didn't move not one bit. It didn't move. Number 6. It should be like here. It should have a slight bend right there. The other foot is back here like that. This hand is way back here, swinging out. Number 6. This other hand is up here somewhere. That's how number 6 look. Okay. I'm gonna bring it in. Go over here. Okay, that looks good like that. Then I'm gonna choose the plus. Then I'm gonna say add new current. Good. Get rid of this. I could just get rid of 6 altogether. Let me just erase it because I don't want to make no mistakes. Select all my bones. Hit the plus. Add new. And let's put number 6 right here. But it don't put it in sequential order. Oh! Can I move it up? Can I move it up? Uh-oh. Oh, yes, I can. Here's 6. I'm going to click on this arrow. And it moved up. See? We learn. We learning. Now, let me click out. Let me hit 5. Hit the hourglass. It moved. Click on 6. Hit the hourglass. Okay, it moved. Is that 6? Yeah, that's how 6 look. 5 and 6, they do look similar. Look at the arms for number 6 in that picture. Oh, well, it like it's come out more on number 6. Let me check out number 5. Look, hit this. Plus. Go to number 6. Plus. And number 7. I believe it goes up some more. Let me see how number 7 look. Yes. Now I'm gonna see what I can do to his body. Z. I'm gonna straighten him up some more. For number 7, then I'm hit the. I can delete this old number 7. I'm sure I can write on top of it, but I don't feel like going through all that. I'm sure I can write on top of it. I just had add new just to keep it simple. That's my number. Oops. See, I still made a mistake because I didn't select all my bones. That's the most important thing. Hit the plus. Add new. Hit 7. Alright, so we on track. Good. Now we over here on number 8. See, we getting there. Hit the plus. Hit the 8. Put it back on box select. I grab my bone. Good. I'm gonna show my time. Well, I'm gonna bring it down. I'll bring my timeline up later. I got it. Here's my box. Number 8. His foot go way back out like this. That foot. Number 8. This foot Let me select that. It's high up in the air. Like that. Number 8. This arm is like this arm. What happened to the arm? Oh, what happened to my box? What happened? Oh, click on my box, grab it. Number 8. The arm is it's a little bit down. I'm coming up to my other side. Can I bring it in? Yes, I can bring it in. So like I said, that's why it's good to have these 2 views. Front view and the side view. Let me click on this arm. Where is it? Okay. It's a little bit shifted like this. It got a little bend in it. Like that. Alright, good. So that's number 8. Zap. Hit my plus. Add new. Every bone is selected. And then that's number 8. Click on 7. Hit the little, that's to check it like that. Click on number 8. Hit that little hourglass symbol. And there we go. Now we're at the final moment before we start using that timeline. We're on pose number 9. The grand finale. I give a little X right there. That's where we are now. So number 9. Let me put it back on select box. This leg comes all the way out. Zap. Like that. This leg. Okay, but the box all the way out here. This leg has a slight bend to it. Let me see. A slight little bend. Like that. And out. Let me grab this arm. Right there. And it goes it's tilted all the way up. A bend like that. Okay, let me drag it. Put it out a little bit. So it's not on my body. I better keep it in line with the body. It's just a demonstration. I grab this box. The arm is coming backwards. Let me drag it out. Okay, I don't like the way that arm look. Like I said, that's the only thing I regret. My bones not working the way I want. Okay, but I got it right there. That's what I like. I like it like that. Select it all. Hit the plus sign. And that's number 9. Good. Now, before I even try to start animating it, now I can just go back, have just one window now. No, but not, because I may have to edit something. I just make this window to the left a little bit larger. I ain't gonna get rid of that other window yet. I'm just gonna go through my walk cycles. That's number 1. Good. He got a walk cycle. He had a pose. Number 2. There's a pose. Number 3. There's a pose. Ugh, brother. Number 4. See, the only thing I forgot is the bob to make the body go up and down for the most part. You're not, when you're walking, you're not walking. Your head is just not straight. It goes up and down. But that's for another day. Number 4. And there's a cycle for it. Number 5. There's a pose for it. Number 6 has a pose. Number 7 has a pose. And number 8 has a pose. And number 9 has a pose. Okay, good. We got all our poses. Now here comes the moment of truth. Now we need to place everything on the timeline. Now I discovered with my poses, some people give it a 2-frame cycle, but I like to use a little 5-frame cycle. So here's pose number 1. I'm gonna click on my first pose right here. Activate it. Now I'm gonna hit my I key. I'm gonna choose location, rotation. Now I'm going to speed this up because I don't like to keep hitting. Oh. I'm going to hit I. Location rotation. I like to go to keying. Active keying. And I'm going to choose again. Location rotation. That's it. So I don't have to keep hitting. I have to hit I, but I won't have to keep going on that menu 1,000 times. I'm going to move by 5 or estimate it. That's good. 7 is good. I go to number 2. Choose my little. Click on the pose. Change the pose. I'll come back to my figure. Hit I. Remember, and when you're doing a pose, you make them keyframes, all your bones must be selected like mine. You see that they bluish color. I want to get rid of one more. I want to get rid of my annotate. I'm done with that now. Click on it. All right, my annotate gone. Heck, I hit N again. I did my second pose. Let's go to the third one. I want to go at least to 10 or 12. It can be close. All right, I leave it at 14. I'm on my third one. Click on my third one. Hit the little hourglass or magnifying glass. Then you hit I. There we go. Move it by 5. It should be close to 19. Or 20 is even better. Click on number 4. Click on apply pose. I clicked on 4. Hit I. Now you see how the keying work, right? That's why I love keying. I don't have to keep wasting time going down that menu. And increase it by 5. Okay, that's even perfect. I'll go to number 5. Hit apply. Come back over here. Hit I. Let's go to 30. 31, that's cool. Look at number 6. Click on apply pose. Then you come back in the viewport window, hit I. I'm going to try to go to, what's this? 36 if I can. 37, I can live with that. I can live with 37. Click on number 7. Apply pose. Come back to your viewport. You hit I. Number 8. So that should be, what's that, 5? 42? Yeah, 42. 43, good. I can live with 43. Go to number 8. Apply your pose. Come to your viewport. Where my mouse at? Hit I. Our final one. I move to frame 48. 49. I can live with that. Move down to number 9. Apply the pose. Come back to your viewport window. And you hit I. Now, I want to go to my the start and end frame. I want to end it at frame 55. Now, let's cross our fingers and see how if the walk cycle is working. So I go to I'm going to try to put it in object mode. Let's see how I look in object mode. But it really don't matter. Object mode, whatever mode, let's see what happened. It's working. It's a little bit stiff. I wonder why I had a little stiffness there. Yeah, cause I know why. Because one of them looks similar. One of them is duplicated. But it's a walk cycle. If the walk cycle using that pose library. I'm sorry about the little hiccup. But I remember I had 2 poses that's almost identical. So that's the only flaw. Make some type of movement. Don't have no identical pose. Or it may like I got a frozen frame to it. But you see, it's a walk cycle. Regardless of his robotic pose. It's still a walk cycle. If a walk cycle using Blender's pose library. If this video helped to set you on your way, regardless of my slight error. If it helped to set you on your way to create a walk cycle, you can give me my thumbs up. If you got any comments to make or you want to curse me out for making that duplicate pose, I welcome your comments. If you want to subscribe for additional videos I might make in the future. Subscribe. But the thing I like about it, dear people, you see, I'm not perfect, and I will post up a video on there. At least it's 99. Is what I say is 95% perfect. I can't set. I did a little hiccup because I was talking too. See, when I did it before, I wasn't talking. I was completely focused. Until the next time, Blender family. Peace. But it is a walk cycle.